Elon Musk's Twitter acquisition has revealed and exposed a lot of lies and dishonesty from Twitter. People who are hiding the real truth about the platform has been exposed. According to a news report, Elon Musk's takeover of Twitter is in serious danger, sending shares in the company falling 4% in after-hours trading on Wall Street. And why? Because a lot of truth about real accounts that has been hidden has been revealed, and it's not looking great for the platform. According to the Washington Post, Musk's team has halted negotiations surrounding financing for the $44 billion transaction, according to 3 anonymous individuals familiar with the situation. Although the agreement allowed for public comments, according to the Business Insider's report, Musk has decided that Twitter's spam account numbers are unverifiable. On Thursday, Twitter executives denied that their spam policy is unfair, claiming that they have a team of specialists and automated processes in place to remove 1 million fraudulent accounts every day. According to the article, Musk's request for access to the firm's public tweet data feed had still not been satisfied. And, in this period, gradually Musk was getting more and more suspicious. Because if they had nothing to hide, why is it delayed? Why is there no transparency? As you know, according to Twitter, fewer than 5% of the company's daily active users are spam accounts, a figure that Musk questioned publicly many times. According to the report, Elon had enough, and a shift in direction from Musk is expected soon, suggesting that he will try to back out of his obligations. However, the world's richest man would need a legal battle to terminate the acquisition without an obstacle, according to attorneys. The deal to acquire Twitter contains provisions requiring the buyer to seek specific performance, which means that the court in Delaware, the US state with jurisdiction over the transaction, can order Musk to fulfill his obligations at the agreed-upon price of $54.20 per share. However, as Elon's attorneys argue, it's not fair that Twitter was not 100% honest with public information, and that's why this process has become very complicated. The Twitter board will eventually bring a lawsuit for specific performance in Delaware. Brian Quinn, an associate professor at Boston College's law school, added, "If Elon Musk attempts to back out of the deal, Twitter can demand a $1 billion penalty." Last month, Musk's attorney sent a letter to Twitter warning that the refusal to cooperate over the spam accounts was a fundamental breach of the contract, and this allowed Musk to have a counter-argument over this fine. Musk's legal team is contending that failing to respond to queries about fraudulent accounts breaches a contract clause, which would allow him to terminate the transaction. Following the tweets, Twitter has provided data for its 500 million daily tweets to assure Musk, but according to the Washington Post story, he has not been pleased with the findings of his organization's follow-up study. However, Twitter persists. "We believe this agreement is in the best interest of all shareholders. We intend to close the transaction and enforce the merger agreement at the agreed price and terms," said a Twitter spokesperson. Moreover, as we mentioned, according to various reports, Elon's team has cut off negotiations regarding financing for the $44 billion acquisition, including with a potential lender who was previously identified as a likely partner. Individuals who revealed this information spoke on the condition of anonymity, since the subject is highly confidential. Investor interest has cooled in recent weeks as Musk's team has questioned the recent data firehose, a flood of information sold to business customers they obtained from Twitter. According to the People, Musk's team has doubts about the spam figures, suggesting that they do not have enough information to judge Twitter's business prospects. One of the individuals said, "Now that Musk's team has determined it cannot verify Twitter's spam account statistics, things are expected to take a turn for the worst." However, the spam accounts are not the only reason Musk may attempt to abandon Twitter. Since his takeover offer in April, Twitter's share price has tumbled, giving the appearance that he is paying too much for it. In addition, it affected his other companies, in respect of SpaceX employees being frustrated with this situation, and also Tesla share prices are not having the best period at all. One more reason for this mess is that Musk plays a long-term chess game. Focusing on bots allows Musk to lower Twitter's stock price and make the company renegotiate the agreement at a lower cost. For example, Musk fairly pointed out that Twitter's numbers may be a material adverse misstatement, implying that he might be allowed to back out of the agreement in the event of a major occurrence that substantially changes the corporation. Of course, the debate over bots on Twitter isn't new, and it's been an important part of the public discussion about the company for years. Musk has long complained about the number of spam and bot accounts on Twitter, saying in April that he planned to defeat spam bots or die trying. According to experts, the number of bots and spam accounts on Twitter may be substantially higher than Twitter's figure. However, because the techniques for creating and hiding the existence of fraudulent profiles change quickly, even specialists are unable to make solid claims about who is correct. According to Twitter management, every 3 months, they test a sample of the daily users to see whether they're authentic. It does so manually by hand in order to determine whether they're fraudulent or not, including examining data such as IP addresses that it can't discuss openly. Also, not every single bot is prohibited by Twitter, which includes accounts that post otter pictures every hour or the temperature in a certain place. Instead, it looks for indicators of fraud or collusion among spammers, such as the rapid creation of accounts or humans collaborating to artificially boost a specific tweet, set of tweets, or subject. Any of the specialists were not permitted to be quoted directly or referred by name in the briefing's terms. Elon's acquisition of Twitter has brought turmoil to the company, with staff clashing and executives spooked. Some workers have started looking for new jobs and have predicted that many employees will leave the company if Elon buys it. Twitter has been mired in controversy, employee uncertainty, and a rocky stock performance for months. Its resurgence won't be easy. And that's it for now. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell.